In 2017, a match between Google's AlphaGo and the world's top-ranked player, KG, signaled a shift in global competition. While Western observers saw the game as a technological curiosity, the defeat landed with a heavy impact in Beijing. This reaction stemmed from the nature of the game itself. Unlike chess, Go relies on strategic intuition, a trait long thought to be uniquely human. Seeing a machine master it proved that artificial intelligence had moved beyond simple calculation. For China, this served as a Sputnik moment. Within months, the government issued a national directive to become the world's primary center for AI innovation by 2030, mobilizing billions in state funding and infrastructure. This pivot demonstrates how the nature of national power is changing. When machines can master complex human strategies, global influence depends less on traditional industrial output and more on the quality of a nation's algorithms and the scale of its computing power. This breakthrough is a sharp departure from the origins of AI in the 1950s. Early systems relied on rigid, rule-based logic. If X happens, do Y. These massive mainframes could solve basic problems, but they were easily paralyzed by the unpredictable chaos of real-world data. The modern revolution began with the rise of deep learning. Rather than using pre-written rules, engineers developed neural networks that learn through experience, mimicking the interconnected pathways of the human brain. Instead of explaining what a cat looks like, researchers feed an algorithm thousands of images. The machine uses trial and error to discover the pattern for itself, becoming more accurate with every new piece of information it processes. While these concepts existed for decades, they required more raw processing power and digital information than was previously available. Only with the advent of modern server farms could these neural networks reach their full potential. Deep learning changed the requirements for success. The winner of the AI race is no longer the one who writes the most clever instructions, but the one who can harvest and process the most data. Silicon Valley typically follows a light-touch philosophy. Companies like Airbnb or Uber build lean platforms that connect users, but they avoid the logistical burden of owning properties or repairing vehicles. China's tech ecosystem evolved in a different direction. Tech startups there operate like gladiators in a hyper-competitive market, relentlessly prioritizing speed and execution over pure invention. This created a heavyweight model seen in apps like WeChat or Didi. These platforms handle everything from vehicle maintenance and driver support to paying for produce at a street market, managing the entire logistical chain. This level of integration is incredibly resource-intensive, but it creates a massive ecosystem that competitors cannot easily disrupt. By controlling every detail of the service, these companies build insurmountable barriers to entry. This strategy is about more than market share. By managing real-world logistics, these companies capture the granular, daily data needed to train the next generation of AI tools. The development of this technology follows a sequential roadmap known as the 4 waves of AI. It tracks how algorithms move from digital screens into the physical world. The U.S. currently leads the second wave, business AI. American firms spent decades organizing corporate financial data, creating a massive archive to predict market trends and optimize supply chains. China leads the third wave, perception AI. Because their heavyweight apps are woven into daily life with low privacy friction, they capture a constant flow of behavioral data through facial recognition and voice assistance. The control of these data pipelines across all 4 waves will decide which nations provide the infrastructure for the future global economy. Most public discussions about AI focus on sci-fi scenarios, fearing a robotic rebellion or dreaming of a perfect utopia where machines solve every human problem. But the immediate threat is not a matter of survival, it is a matter of economics. The current tech race is accelerating a period of massive labor instability. Current predictions suggest that algorithms are on track to automate up to 50% of all jobs. This doesn't just affect manual labor, it threatens white-collar roles in law, medicine, and finance that were once thought secure. This loss of employment at such a vast scale does more than disrupt income. It removes the sense of purpose and social structure that people rely on, creating a risk of deep societal instability. As algorithms become hyper-efficient, Humans can no longer compete on the basis of raw productivity or logical speed. The machines simply process the world faster than we can. We see this in companies that use AI to approve millions of loans instantly without a single human employee. These aren't just automated versions of old businesses, they are entirely new models designed to function without us from the start. Our survival in this automated economy requires a shift in what we value. We must prioritize and monetize the human traits that no amount of data can replicate. In a world run by code, our future depends on our ability to focus on the things machines cannot feel: empathy, love,